right, and we're back. As we said before a break, we have with us Andrea Castañeda. She's the owner of Ecowraps Bz. Good morning, Andrea.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show. So let's start by telling us what is Ecowraps Bz.
So Ecowraps Bz are, well, we make beeswax wraps, and beeswax wraps are made from beeswax and a bunch of other natural ingredients, and they make a alternative to plastic wrap, a sustainable and eco-friendly alternative because it's something that you can reuse, you can wash it, and then at the end of life, unlike plastic, which takes millions of years to degrade, beeswax wraps are compostable. So zero waste.
So
No, I was just gonna say, Andrea, where did this idea come from to start this business?
Well, I've always been in mind with being more eco-friendly in everything that I do, and so I'm always online looking at sustainable alternatives for things that we commonly use at home. And I came across the idea of beeswax wrap, and I realized I've never heard about that in Belize, and it's something that is so easy to make, and it uses an ingredient, beeswax, that we have here in Belize, and that would be a part of a larger, the bee industry here in Belize isn't that big, and so this is just one more product that we could be using from it, other than just the honey.
So in all the things I've thought about, in all the plastics I've used, I have never thought about my use of what we call cling wrap or saran wrap.
Right.
And that's essentially the alternative that you've created here.
Oh wow.
So it's not just that it's an alternative, it's also really attractive. I don't mind that hanging out in my fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have it available in a lot of different colors and patterns. Like the dark one that's on screen right now.
Yeah.
And they're also available in different sizes, so it's not a one size fits all. We have it in small, medium, and large, so whatever you need, it's available. So the small one we would use for wrapping like small vegetables that you have left over. The medium ones are good for small bowls, and then the large ones are better for bigger produce like lettuce or cabbage.
Tell us about the process of learning to make it.
Well, the process is fairly simple. You combine your ingredients, which are beeswax, pine tree resin, jojoba oil, and you melt them. And once you have it melted, you're able to brush it on to the cloth, which we use organic cotton to make sure that it's as sustainable as possible. And we just brush it on to a heated cloth, and once it melts, it then settles, and then we let it to dry, and it hardens, and it becomes this product that is malleable.
So basically, it's a wrap that's reusable. Is it? Is that what we're
Yes.
talking about? So it's reusable. Where do you source your beeswax from?
So I get it from a local beekeeper here in Corozal. I reached out and I asked him if he has beeswax available, and he said yes, and so that's where I get it.
Yeah.
Take me back to what it's like. You said you were always environmentally conscious and trying to find a way to reduce your footprint. And you decided that you'd start to create your own reusable wrap and then make a business out of it. What was the reaction of family and friends when you came up with this idea?
Well, they're all been so supportive. I remember I started with my grandmother because she had never heard of this before. And she would always use plastic wrap, and I'd always be telling her, Grandma, don't do that. You're not supposed to be using so much. And she does this thing when she bakes, she covers her dough with the plastic wrap, and she says it
Right.
helps it rise better.
Yes.
And I don't know because I don't do a lot of baking, right? But I was like, Grandma, how about we not use that much plastic? And she's like, and then I told her, you know what? How about I make something for you that will help you not use that much plastic?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And so the first batch that I made of these were my testing trial. I made these really big ones for her so that she could cover her cookie trays with.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since I made that for her, that's all she's been using. And every time somebody comes over to the house, she'd be like, "Look what my granddaughter made," and she'd like show her
Hold
little
on.
product.
Andrea, this is a very critical step. Did you get grandmother's approval?
Yes.
All right.
Right.
Because once that experienced baker says it does the same like plastic, everybody else
That's
can
all
believe
you
you.
need. That's your marketing agent right
she
there.
was really skeptical about it. She was like, "I'm not so sure this is gonna work," and I was like, "Yeah, it's gonna work." But yeah.
So talk a bit about the packaging, because you're using an environmentally friendly product. What about the packaging?
Okay, so we use craft paper. Craft paper is the least impactful, and it's just printed black ink only. Let the least amount of ink possible, the least amount of paper possible. We started with these belly bands to just go around the products because it will use the least amount of paper and ink. But then we decided to change it into these packaging that kind of protects the wraps a little bit more, but we still keep in mind that using the least amount of packaging possible so that not to create any excess waste.
Oh, nice.
It's really
So you have
nice.
3 different sizes there. We see them on the screen. I have to ask because I am a fan of cling wrap too. I like a good seal around whatever
Yeah.
I'm covering. Does it work as well?
Yes. So beeswax has this property that it easily melts. So with the same heat of your hand, when you mold the wrap around the bowl or around the food covering, the heat of your hand kind of melts the wax and it helps it create this nice seal. If you would take a glass of water and you cover one of the wraps and then you tip the glass over, the water wouldn't spill. That's how adhesive it is.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's
Now,
really nice.
okay, so if I use it to wrap up, let's say, an onion, how do I use it on a piece of cake after that?
Okay, well, see, onions have a very peculiar thing because onions they leave their smell on a lot of products. So
Yeah.
I would advise if you're wrapping an onion, specifically onions, to just set one aside for the onion.
Yeah.
So you have vegetable ones. That's the onion one, right?
Yeah.
That we see on
Yeah.
screen? Okay.
Yeah.
So you have some for vegetables, and you have, I think, 3 different sizes that you saw there. What have you found people using it for?
Well, the smallest size, which is 8x7, usually use it for vegetable halves or wrapping any little produce that you cut and then you have leftover. Instead of just popping it in the fridge, you wrap it in it. The medium one, we use it a lot for avocados and it helps keep that fresh, or small bowls that don't have a lid. Put that, cover that, put it in the fridge, leave it out, it's fine. And then the bigger ones are used, this is a big one, and it's used to cover larger avocados. And anything that is just large enough, like we currently have it right now, we have the cheese wrapped in it, and you could also use it for produce like lettuce and cabbage.
Andrea, are you in school? And I asked that because my follow-up question would be, where do you find the time to run and market this little business of yours?
Yes, I am in school, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, sometimes even over at night.
Okay.
But I find the time whenever possible, any free time that I have, I do some quick marketing photos, edit them, schedule the post, and I usually make them in large batches. So if I know I'm free on a weekend, I usually make a really large batch and then just work with it.
And you're a
So
one-woman
Yeah.
operation at this time, correct?
at this time, yes.
So talk us through, there's something else I wanted to ask. You said it's reusable. How many uses can you get from it? And how do you wash it and clean it to use it again?
Okay, so The amount of uses depends entirely on how you use it. So if you're using it properly, it can last you for about a year. But if you
Wow.
use it regularly, well, it's gonna last you less than that. The washing is very simple. You take a little bit of soap, not a lot, and pour some water on the wrap, and you gently rub the soap into it just to remove any of the surface um, residues. And then you rinse it, and then you hang it to dry.
And it doesn't affect the product washing?
Is that grandma's dough
No.
rising there?
Yeah, that is grandma's dough.
This is a very interesting product. I'd love to have some
Yeah.
to take to some of the bakers I know to test the product.
Yeah. So what's been the response since you started selling online? How long have you been selling it online? And tell us just what's been the response from people?
I've been selling it online for a little under a year. It's been really hard to market it because it's a product that not a lot of people know about, and it's a
Yeah,
product that if you don't know about it, you're not gonna try to get it
yeah.
Yeah.
because it's something so new to us.
Mm-hmm.
We're always so used to like cling film and you just go to the store and you get it. You would never think of getting a product like this.
Mm.
Yeah. And a lot of people are buying are trying to be more environmentally conscious. It's a savings in the end. What's the cost of it for the different sizes?
Well, we sell it in 3 packs right now. The variety pack includes one of each size, and we sell that for $30. And then we have a size sandwich pack that includes the two medium sizes, and that goes for $20. And then the smallest pack that we sell has three of the smallest sizes, and that sells for $15.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so I know when people think of that, they'll say, oh, that's kind of expensive. But the idea is
Yeah.
that you reuse it. So you don't have to buy
Yeah.
another pack of cling wrap again.
Yeah. So and then it becomes a little bit cost effective in the long run. Initially, not really, but in the long run, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I could imagine your production cost is not that cheap as well.
Yeah. The products are really expensive, especially since I've been trying to source organic products. Those
Yeah,
aren't cheap.
yeah.
But I try to keep my selling point at a reasonable price because I know that something like this it could be really expensive if I market it up more, but for it to be more cost effective, I decided to sell it at the price that I'm selling it.
Yeah.
Okay. So Andrea, you're so young. You're still a student. Is this what you had planned or set out to do to make environmentally friendly products?
No, it's something that happened over the pandemic. Actually, I had relatively more free time than I would usually have,
Yeah.
and so I decided, you know what, let's take this bit of extra time to see if we can make something.
Mm-hmm.
But I've quickly become fond of the idea of offering sustainable alternatives to Belizeans made by Belizeans. I think that's something that we need in our country right now, especially with the climate.
Yeah.
And do you do custom orders if somebody tells you the type of design that they want? Can you be able to do that? Like if I, pick something that matches my kitchen. Oh no,
Did
I
we
think we
lose her?
lost her. Oh, we had
That's
a break in
unfortunate.
transmission. Yeah.
Well,
I guess we're gonna have to
get some of the wraps and
message her.
maybe
Well,
bring
I'm
it on
definitely
the
gonna get them.
show.
I think they're
Yeah,
pretty
they
too.
are.
Just
They are.
you could put that in your fridge
I,
and it doesn't look like
I'm not in the kitchen as much, but whenever I do decide to, there are times when I need to wrap stuff up. I'll be honest, I'm guilty of just throwing stuff in the fridge at times, and I'm told,
Mm,
oh, you can't do that because you might something, and I don't understand the explanation, to be honest. So to have something like this reusable and useful,
yeah.
I definitely get one.
Yeah, I'm just leaving you hang yourself, as you talk
Yeah.
about how you don't cook and you're putting stuff in
Can we end this segment?
in the refrigerator. You mean like cut vegetables not covered in
Did
or
I
in
say
plastic?
did
Yeah.
I say
You said
something?
you just put stuff in?
What?
Yeah,
What are you
okay.
talking about?
Well, you can get the Ecowraps Bz. Your mom's watching. She's gonna be so disappointed in you. But I do love,
I
Andrea's
think we
story is
have her
something that,
back.
that we really wanted to share. One, because it's an innovative idea for us.
Yeah.
Two, it's a young entrepreneur, once again, started during the pandemic, who is also trying to help people to be, I think her saying was just a little bit greener.
Yeah.
And it starts with little steps.
I think
And
we
she's
have her
back. We got
back.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, the weather here has been awful. It's off the internet a lot.
That's okay.
Okay. Well, my question was, do you do custom orders? So can people pick out what color scheme they want for their wrap, or if they have a specific cloth that they would want to get um, uh, converted to an eco wrap?
Well, right now we have set colors. We have 6 different colors, and our packs, the way we sell it is that each pack is the same color. So the different sizes in the same color. But if somebody would be interested in a custom order, just to contact me, and I'll see if I can make it work.
That's so cool. All
Because you
right.
paint them, are they painted? How do you get the designs?
It's printed cotton fabric. I
Okay.
order it in the different patterns.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Interesting.
All right, Andrea. So, are you surprised a year later here you are talking about eco wraps to all of Belize?
Yeah, I am.
Well, we found it. We thought it was pretty cool, so we wanted to share that with our viewers. And if they are thinking, especially of that gift time that's coming up for
Yeah.
their environmentally conscious friend, this is a fantastic gift to give from a young Belizean entrepreneur.
Yeah.
What do you say to other young people about just getting out there and starting their business or going after that idea that they have?
Go for it. If you can, go for it. And if you can't, figure out a way how to. I
Yeah.
think, especially with our young population, we have so much potential, so many ideas, and you have to try. If you don't try, you're never gonna know if you can do it or not.
Yeah.
All right.
I definitely see something like this on the shelves in the major supermarkets across the country. And so I do hope for you that that is something that come to pass, because more Belizeans should definitely have access to this as an option. So,
Yeah. And who has
Yeah.
been helping you? Is there somebody behind the scenes there that's helping you?
Yeah, my parents helped me a lot
Sure. Yeah.
with the little details, just to help me manage my mom and my dad.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I'm sure they're very proud this morning to see you telling us your story. I understand we have a giveaway coming up too.
oh wow.
So one of our viewers can walk away with, what are they getting, Andrea? Tell us.
They are going to get a variety pack in the
Wow.
color of their choosing.
Do I qualify for
Okay,
this?
no, Paul,
giveaway?
you are not allowed to participate. So, Andrea, you have to leave us with a question, and when we come back from the break, we'll be able to tell people who won. Wait, let me remind people how we do this first while you come up with the question. So, do remember that our giveaways work by the first person to comment in the live stream with the correct answer. So, you got to get to your phone, get to your tablet, get to your computer, log into Facebook, open your eyes, BZ. That's our Facebook page. Find today's live stream, and you're going to comment under the live stream, right? So we're giving you some time to get there, log in, step away from the TV, and be able to do that. And now Andrea will tell us that question.
Oh, I can't think of anything. Would you mind giving the question? My mind's blank.
I would love to start with, who was the first person to sample the product and what did they do with it?
That's a good question.
All right. So that's what we're closing off with. Andrea, thank you so much. How do people contact you if they want to purchase one?
Well, you could message me on Facebook at Ecowraps Bz, or you could WhatsApp me at 677-8094.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us and telling us your story. Best of luck, and congratulations on such a cool idea.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So once again, that giveaway it's already started. You got to be the first person to comment the correct answer under our live stream for today on our Facebook page. So you are going to answer the question, who was the first person to sample Ecowraps Bz and what did they use it for? We'll take that break, and hopefully by the time we come back, Paul Lopez, you cannot comment in the stream, but when we come back, we'll tell you who the winner is. So please, and when we come back, we're gonna be doing some spooky Halloween makeup. I was a bit scared just now when I walked into studio. You're gonna see what it looks like when we come back. Tanya Tanisha is here, all with her creativity. We're gonna check out what she has in store in just a few, so stay tuned.